Yo, welcome back. We are doing a few bits and bobs. We've got an empty house, changing all the single sockets to double sockets, a few USB sockets, UFC one in the corner. We are changing the extractor fan, putting main spread smoke alarms in. We are putting a new feed in for the hob because the hob and the oven are off their own 6mm cable. So that's been split. Power to the garage, armour cable, LED strips. What else? Bathroom extractor, I probably already said that.
Shower.
Refitting the shower because for some reason they took the shower off. New shower's going, but the old shower's going back on. Changed a few light switches over, and I've got a quote here actually. What have I written down? Bear with me. Dishwasher socket. Yeah, bits and bobs. I put 2 days in for it. I've got Adam. A surprise. Wait till he comes back. He's coming back now. Got a present for you.
Present?
You don't know about it. Right. So it was Adam's birthday. So if this has come out, your birthday was what, 3 weeks ago? A month ago?
Yeah, a month ago, yeah.
I had every intention of buying him a present. Every intention, which I told you, I forgot. I was going to get him driving lessons. He doesn't need any more because his test is very soon and he's already amazing at driving, so he says. So I've got him this instead. So first of all, get your phone out.
Yeah.
Give me this gross thing. Look at the state of that. Okay, open your bag. God, I'm such a good boss. Look at that!
Sweet, bro.
So it's my old one,
Yeah.
which I said to you the other day about it, but at least it doesn't. Oh, I won't show everyone all your girl messages. So, oh look, it's a bigger one as well with no scratches or breaks.
Put in any in the downlight holes now.
Oh yeah, you have to keep So,
keep that for work.
Yeah, one good thing about Adam's phone is when we cut a downlight out, it actually fits in the holes in the ceiling, but these ones don't. So it should be charged, mate. And there's, I've got.
I don't think that was vinegar in there.
What?
Put the lid in.
Oh, the upside down.
Yeah.
There's an old case as well. It's got the magnet thing. And you will wear a case because that's what happens when you don't wear a case. That phone happens.
That's the first phone I broke though.
Yeah, sure it is first phone. So yeah. Anyway.
Cheers, mate.
It's alright, bud. You deserve it. So yeah, we're gonna start off. We'll knock the power off. There's not a lot of wiring to be changed in the property. It's just making better what's there. The only actual wire we're going to be doing is smoke alarms. There's 2 smoke alarms. There's a heat alarm going up in here. Oh my god, I got caught on the door. Fuse boards up there, which we're going to add an extra few ways because obviously we're doing a garage feed and a new hob feed. So that should get rid of all the gaps in the old BG board. We'll give that a test. Oven and hob are off the same isolation switch, so they're going to be split. A new feed is going to be run from here across the top. Drop down, we're going to put an isolation switch in the back of this cupboard, either for the oven or for the hob. I have not decided which one I'm going to do yet because obviously we're going to rip that out. I've got to change the hob over, should be fairly straightforward. Socket to go in there for the dishwasher, and then just changing those as singles. There's 2 single sockets in every bedroom, every single one's being changed to a double, and then one of them's going to be USB. So, we're pretty much set up in the lounge anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
We'll knock the power off, we'll get some fronts off. Our plan with these are, this is the actually, because the TV's going here, this is the only one that is staying a single and we're just going to cut a double in next to it. It's dabbed wall, so we should have enough space to feed the cable back through, keep that. But then we've got to change the singles over there. The piece of trunking's getting rid of over there, getting rid of the socket that feeds into the under the stairs cupboard in it.
Yeah.
So, let's get us up and I'll come back in a minute. Safe isolation done. Got the new Ideal safe isolation kit, so certainly just keep that together and put it back in there. But yeah, I recommend they're good. So Adam's attacking his first one. I'm going to get on with this one. So I'll take it off, cut it out, and I'll show you in a sec. Okay, let me get some light on this situation. So that's been cut out. There's been a grommet on each side of the knockout. It's just going to be a spur. this was twizzled together, obviously. So untwizzled that, sleeved it up individually. That end's doubled over because it's going to be the spur. So that's the same height. So there, click range. So click socket, click the single socket. Going to go on there. Adam is currently.
That's chased out.
Let's chase that one out. So at the double end, he's removed the trunking. So I'm trying to be as neat as we can, make as much mess. We've got the mats down. If my gimbal looks at it. So I'll get them on and then I'll jump on that one while Adam's doing that one. So what mine looks like. Boom, no mess whatsoever. Happy with that. Adam's doing well. That's in. We've only got a tiny little bit of damage which is above, which isn't his fault because it there's a lump of filler that was already in there that fell out as a block. So that should go in quite tidy. They've got to decorate anywhere with the plastic, with the trunking come off where the old wallpaper is, which is delicious. So I think I'm going to leave you down here for a bit. One to do there, one to do there, one to do there. Because the customers are going to come back in a bit. They're not living here, it's going to be rented. But they're living here at the moment because they're actually from London. So there's a smoke alarm to go there, heat alarm obviously in the kitchen, and the smoke alarm to go up top. So we're obviously going to have to start taking some boards up. Bloody stairs are noisy. So, cable access wise, airing cupboard, that's our way in and out of the loft. This floor's going to have to come up. Have to go across here to there, which is in the hallway for the smoke. The heat alarm is going to be going here in the kitchen, and then I'm going to put the other smoke here. So pull the carpet up over there, see what boards we've got loose, cut a few boards up, and I'm going to tack it off. Tack it? I'm going to tap it off. Oh god. Oh, someone asked me why I wear gloves. I wear the black ones because my skin seems to react with latex. My skin just sort of peels off. Oh, come on, bro. There's an earth up there. Oh, right, it's no permanent, so I'll go to the loft and find where the permanent is. Yeah, my tattoo artist actually gave me these. They're the latex-free black ones. They're just black because they're cool like me, so that's why I wear them. Plus the coronavirus, and I have a terrible thing of touching my face all the time. So yeah, I'll get this floor up and I'll report back in a sec. That one's done. So that one's the heat alarm. This entire row's been brought up. We had a loose board on the left, but that's the main heating pipes, and I don't want to be messing around with drilling a drill hole next to that. So that's gone through, and then we've got one over there, which will be the smoke alarm in the hall. So I'm going to get my combi drill all the joists, and then get the steps, stick my head up there, see what that's saying. So yeah, that shouldn't have been too much of a pain. And what I've done, anyone that takes carpet up, this obviously here was one big bit, and if you take it up completely, it's a flipping pain in the arse to get back down. So this left hand side that I folded is still connected to the gripper rods, so there's still a point where it can be pulled from and it's still in situ, so you will still get the same results as you pull it back as you put it there, if that made any sense. So never remove a carpet fully. If you can fold it one way and put it in the corner with it still being attached to a gripper rod somewhere, you got a reference point to work from. So just a bit of a top tip. Update for everyone, Adam's upstairs, he's getting on with that. Smoke alarms, right. Main feed, I didn't come from the lights, I've ended up coming from the fan isolator, so we've got a live, neutral and earth there, permanent. I couldn't, there's a joint box in the loft somewhere with it because it's wired, so the neutrals are just running across and the live's coming from the switch. So yeah, couldn't find that. I didn't want to march around too much. So the transformer for the old extractor fan, that's going to stay there, but it's disconnected for when I put the new one on, because the new one's 240, not 12 volt. So mains feed from here to here. I ran out of 3-core 1mm. Had enough to run from the kitchen, which is here, across and down into the hallway. So that's 3-core twin. 3-core twin, it's not 3-core twin. A 3-core grey, 3-core and earth grey. Yeah, PVC. Nice one, Ad. Thanks, mate. And then from here, running across up into the airing cupboard across is a 4-core 1mm flex, which is not ideal, but it's no harm using that whatsoever. And also it's going to look a bit better in here because I can just clip it into the corner, being flex. So you have your permanent live neutral here, then you have your live and neutral and your common going across down to the kitchen heat, and then from the kitchen heat, you'll then have the 3-core going across to the smoke. So I'm going to get these up, and then I think I'll have to tackle the bathroom next. Oi, it's no time to drink. Go back to work. That's connected up in there yet now, but we're not going to power it up because obviously it's all still locked off. One smoke alarm, and then the other two are done down there. Adam has now had the pleasure of finding a house that has the straw walls. So this is how good he is at the moment. There was a nice single socket there before. There's no damage. Superstar. And this is one of the things I said to him. This Adam is pretty much doing. I've got to do 2, haven't I? One of them was a bit difficult downstairs. How many have we got? 10 to do? 10 singles to change over to doubles? I think so. So obviously I'm leaving that to Adam. The more he does it, the more practice he has. It lets me get on with other stuff. So this one's now USB, and you might be able to see from there the straw. Tell me when you got that one off an ad, and I'll have a look at that. So these internal stud walls are straw filled, which is quite common around my area here. So Adam wasn't quite sure, so we multi-tooled it out, and then Stanley knifed as much straw out as possible, and obviously fixed it back. So that's sound, but it just takes 10 times longer, doesn't it, mate? Wait, pull that off a second, dude. Oh, you can't see anything yet, can you? So you've got 1, 2, 3 more internal walls and the rest of the external walls, so they're all fine. So my next job is shower. I'll do the bathroom stuff. So change that light fitting over to that one, sort that out, change the extractor, and then that's the bathroom stuff done, and then rejig the stuff back in there. So I will change the light over, and then I'll run through what I'm going to do with the shower.
Right guys, I've just took the front off that socket, single socket down there, and measured it out with my marker, put the box against it, cut the other half out ready for the double socket, and then multi-tooled it. However, as you'll see now, it has straw, is it? Or hay? Straw?
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, all this stuff just goes everywhere. So the best way to get this out is, where's my Stanley? Get your Stanley blade, and then just cut down, or multi-tool, but Stanley normally works best. Otherwise, if you use multi-tool, it goes everywhere.
Light fitting up, and I'm just starting. Oh, there we go. So I'm trying to save battery on my gimbal, so I've just turned that off for now. Yeah, so this is the situation. The pipe is absolutely solid in the wall. I've cleaned it up. I'm going to put the stopping back on. I don't know. I do showers, but this one's been a bit of a pain in the ass because this bit here is a threaded bit. I just put that on for reference. Oh, there's the olive gun. Because that's a threaded bit there, which is annoying because normally it's the other way. Normally you put the thread on the opposite way, so that would actually sit. That's like that at the moment. It would actually sit that way. And then there's no movement on this pipe, so it has to be cut quite flush to the wall to then get this on, so then get a grommet on. I was looking at doing a right angle up, but then obviously the thread's the wrong way, so I'm leaving that to today. This is where I normally go to be sick, and that's also where I keep all my plumbing bits as well. So I'll put the stop end back on that and I'll just deal with that tomorrow. Lights up, so Adam's cracking on with these. What, how dare you? stand there. What have I got to do now? I go sort that one in the lounge.
Do some of them if you want, mate.
No. You need the backs on these, so I'll let you do the sockets. I'm gonna do the hob.
Yeah.
Do the hob. Right, I'm gonna do the hob. Give me a second. I'll pack my sick tray back up, and I'll meet you downstairs. Kitchenette area. Shambles. Right. I've just obviously the plan from the beginning. I've got to split them. I've just turned the breaker off to turn the oven and the hob off, and all of these undercovered lights are turned off. So, someone's done a fabulous job. I'll show you this to start with. Once it spins round. Bye. Right. No grommets. Every knockout's knocked out. And then you got a 6mm in, 6mm out, and then, oh hey. This one here is a 2.5mm banged straight out of the, is it the load side? No, it's the incoming side of the 6mm on a 32 amp. So you've got a 32 amp breaker there covering a 2.5mm cable, which is a no-no, which then goes up here to a fuse switch burr that operates everything else. So already that's wrong. And then, that was nearly Wallace and Gromit, that was. Fabulous. Fabulous. So then that runs all around there, and where them halogens are a few times. Let me just put this back on there before. Pulls, oh, hey. I mean, that is only 12 volt there, but still. And then here, where the cable's been touching the light, oh, you can see that. It's burnt it as well. Where it's not, I mean, I was planning to run my 6mm across here, but it's going to be clipped to the far side away from the lights. So, yeah, that's turned into a bit of a problem. Realistically, that can't be running that 2.5mm there off the 32 amp. 4mm, yeah, but not 2.5. What to do? I'll have to be disconnected for the time being and then see if we can reroute something. But stuff like this you don't plan for. Always remember, when you do things like this, it's a 2-man lift. And unfortunately, Adam has the strength of a 6-year-old child. I don't want him to hurt himself. I'll do it myself. Ugh. Right. So, this is what's been happening. So they've split the 32 amp supply here, one down for the hob, one for the oven. The lady was saying when she puts 2 rings on the hob and the oven's on, it's low. Low power, doesn't really do a lot. So obviously further investigation, we found out that both of them, that should be a 32 amp supply, that should have a 32 amp supply. So hence the reason we're running a new 6mm. So I'll disconnect that. I think what I'm going to do is the feed from that isolation switch there actually comes down. You can see it underneath, all under the plinth there. I'm going to cut it off here. That'll be poked back up. The cable that runs from here to the hob, I'm just going to pull that out. And then the new 32 amp supply will run across the top, down to an isolation point in the back, be back down at the back of the oven. Plan. Right. Originally I had a isolation switch that was a double stand-up one like that, which is just a single switch, but I did have one of these, which is a single socket out there, and a cooker isolator. So now that's going in the top corner up there. I'm going to drill a little hole below it, and then stick a plug on that with a 3 amp fuse in it, 1mm flex 3-core. That will then run back here, down to there, under here. We'll disconnect this one and then wire that straight into what is the fuse switch spur under there. But it doesn't really need to be switched again or fused. I might use it as a connector box. So that will allow no damage to the tiles. That will then put the undercupboard lights on a correctly sized cable. We can cut that one off, so fairly happy with it all. Won't look amazing in there with the flex coming out and then plugging in, but it's no different to us plugging washing machines and dishwashers in, which are in there like that. So saves problems of any decorating and making a mess, so I'm happy with that. That cable's now been brought through to the hob. Just had a look at the hob, 6,200 watts, so what's that, 26 amps ish. So that's got its own supply. Just going to run that one around now, clip that across the top, bang it on the bottom board. I'm just going to wait to do that for a bit because Adam's still working on the sockets. I don't want to be taking the cover off the board. So, and then I'll probably stick some ideals on that and one of the inshore boxes just to make that a bit safer. I'm not going to do the undercupboard light feed yet. I'm going to just try and tackle the new hob first, put that in place, make sure I don't have to cut any more of the wood out, or I might have to. We shall see. I'll get that done and then see if we can tackle all that mess up there as well. And we've actually run out of back boxes as well. So that's... Luckily we'll be coming back tomorrow, otherwise that would have really annoyed me. Back boxes, a few more socket fronts, that'll do that. Extractor fan, shower, and then the feed outside for the garage, which is out there. So we've got 10 watt PIR lantern to go on the side, lantern floodlight, 2 strip lights, 2 double sockets, metal clad, so it'll be interesting. Just draw straight out the back of that, down, across, hang on. Coronavirus. Right, we've got the inshore box up on there now. That's all done, so that's all connected. So what we've got going through here is a socket on a 3 amp fuse with a 1mm 3/4 black flex. That then runs around to the inshore box, which then feeds that. Disconnected that fuse spur under there. The cable's been pulled out of the socket, the isolator for the cooker. So that's now up to standard. Sort of running out of things to do with materials. I don't want to work outside and do the garage because it's peeing it down, it's going to be dark. He's written a list down for me, so we've got a few sockets fronts to get and a few mattresses, which he's having great fun. He's just come down and had a bit of a moan because the straw walls are testing his patience a bit, which is quite... Been there, done that, mate. That was loud. Yeah, I've got to go and see a job tonight. So I got a phone call. I had a message on Facebook, Messenger the other week from I presume an elderly man. He sounds like an elderly man who lives just around the corner from me. Wanted me to do a board change. Left me his house telephone number to ring. Rang him repeatedly. I think I rang him 6 times in total, which is a lot more than I normally do. Normally it's twice. If you don't answer, that's it. Couldn't even answer a message because his mailbox was full, which is, I've actually never heard it before. And I've heard people say that, oh, I couldn't even answer a message, but normally that's just an excuse. But I generally said, but it was the other night I was doing a podcast with Dave. I thought, I saw his number in front of me. I thought, it's 9:30, let's see if he answers. He answered the phone. He said he's already had 3 quotes and he's already accepted someone that evening. I said, that's no problem. And I said, if you don't mind me asking to be cheeky, what sort of price was it? Because people being self-employed, you never really know unless you're cheeky enough to ask. I said, if I already lost the job, I might as well ask. And he said, oh, it's 875. I was like, all right, okay. I said, is he just changing the board? Yeah. I said, is that with a certificate and everything like that? He said, oh, I don't know, I presume so. I was like, all right, that's no problem. I said, well, and he said, well, how much do you charge? And I was like, well, standard price is 650. That's upgrading your tails, upgrading your bonding to 10mm if it needs it. That's within the bonding being located if it's this side of the house. If it's the other side of the house, the gas and the walk to the board, obviously running around in conduit or through the lofts can be a bit more. And he said, okay, well, can you come around and... Oh no, and that was left at that. And then the next day, which was last night, he rang me and said, sorry, he left me a message on Facebook and said, can you ring me? So he wants me to go and quote. So we'll see. No, I'm trying to pinch away from other people. That wasn't what I was trying to get at with him. I was just interested to see what the electricians around my area were charging. And obviously he's just turned around. He said, I don't like the guy, can you come and quote? Okay, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to run upstairs with Ad and see how he's getting on.
Right, back to my tool.
Well, you can wait with your multi-tool.
Oh, that one needs extended pins.
Longer pins on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, What we're saying down here. Straw wall. So what you're doing, you're just knocking out the last couple, aren't you? Because we can't really do much more. Adam's found a. Where's your box? You found a big 47mm pattress in the van, which we can use as reference. So it's better. You want to get all this done today, so tomorrow it's going to be easier in it than no straw.
Yeah, you sit there, put weight goes on.
Almost done. Oh yeah. Look at the state of it. Christ. Horrible walls, mate. Horrible. Give me 2 secs, mate. I'll have a look. Almost done. Sound. Oh, you've run out of fronts now. Okay. Alright, mate, crack on. Everything's back on. We're all happy. We stuck a few connectors through for the sockets that say in the corner. We don't have fronts or pattresses. I think we brought enough tools in, mate.
Yeah.
Jesus. Thing is, it comes in handy there. The stackers, we've got all of that for the stuff we need. Bag one, your bag, my bags, power tool bag. What else have we got? New phone. I ended up bringing the drawer out with it to carry the sockets in the van because that was just easier. Work mat to come in handy. So left to do is obviously the sockets here, extractor fan, socket for the dishwasher, and the armoured cable. I won't put this on this video because for all I know I'm not coming to work tomorrow because of coronavirus. No, I am. So at least we'll get this one done, and then I'll film that and put it part of another video of odd jobs probably. Tough Mudder is cancelled until October, so don't worry about that for a bit. I'll put the description below, my Instagram. What? And also the podcast, me and Dave, and all that sort of stuff. So stay safe, guys. Self-isolate, and see you soon.